we might not pay as much as all these other companies pay, but a lot of times money is not everything. You know,
happiness is pretty important.
Happiness is very important.
What's up, everybody? It's Kevin with Sportskeeda Wrestling. That is the Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace. That is a man. A man. You cannot deny that. That is
Moose.
That is a man.
That is not more than a man. That is a moose. Impact Wrestling Emergence comes to Cicero Stadium, Second City Slam in the middle of August. Tickets are on sale now. ImpactWrestling.com. Let's get right into it. This isn't just any show, Jordan. You got a title match on here, a match people have been waiting for a long time. You've had a match with Mia before, but you and Mia, everyone's talking about, oh, the people from Impact are going to leave and go somewhere else. Now people are coming to you. How does that feel? How does that feel now?
It's interesting. I didn't expect it to happen, to be honest with you. But I think that now Impact, people see how good of a company Impact is, and they want to be there, and I can't blame them for that.
How do you feel about that now? Because everyone's talking about, oh, it's just this. It's like, I hear the conversation turning around where people are like, oh no, if you really want to be creative, if you really want to have fun,
want freedom, that Impact is the place to go.
That's one thing Impact gives you. We might not pay as much as all these other companies pay, but a lot of times money is not everything. You know,
happiness is pretty important.
Happiness is very important. And this coming from a guy who's had, and same with Jordan, who's had opportunities to work out so well. It's not like we haven't been given those opportunities to go to WWE or to go to AEW, but at some point you have to think about what comes first. Is it, are you chasing after the money, or do you like the happiness you get with the company you're with? And having creative freedom and having to like give you input of what your character would do in certain situations is big. And that's something you don't get elsewhere, but Impact, like Scott cherishes hitting up Jordan. Hey, Jordan, would your character do this? What do you think about doing this? Or hey, Moose, what do you think about doing this? Would you do this? Would you want to do this? I like that. I like that freedom. I like being asked what my opinion is on things, and that's one thing I cherish a lot.
Do you have an example of something like that where you got to do something at the table?
Plenty of times, like just in the feud with me and Josh, it was times where planning a segment or planning a match, they would ask me, hey, do you think your character would do this, or what do you think your character would do if you're put in this situation? And I'll tell them, I definitely wouldn't do that, so I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd rather do it this way. And Scott would be like, okay, yeah, let's go with your way, because I don't see you. You know your character the best. So if Moose says Moose wouldn't do that, then let's not make Moose do that, then. So
Jordan, do you have an example?
Yeah, another good example I think is that when we pitched the Knockouts Ultimate X and finally got it to happen, I think it was awesome that, Scott was out there next to the ring when the Ultimate X was set up, and me and Tasha were just like, yeah, when is this match gonna happen? We were half joking, and then he was
but
like,
you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, we were half joking, but he was like, oh, well, when you can find girls that can climb and get on the rope, and I was like, well, do it right now, and he was like, all right, do it, and then we went up there and did it, and he was like, you can see the wheels starting to turn there.
So you're doing this before, the Ultimate X is massive structure for fans who don't know, hangs above the ring. It's basically like you're doing it on a reverse catwalk to get a title match. It's a ladder match without a ladder, basically.
Exactly.
You go up there and prove to Scott D'Amore, like, look, we can do this. And you physically had to go up and prove it to him. You could do it before, not even in front of fans.
Yeah, because we had to do it. I know that a lot of girls don't have the upper body strength to hang from the rope and to especially like climb and go across it. But I think once he saw us do it, and I hung there and he was like, okay, now drop. And that's kind of a different story sometimes, right? And I dropped and I made it. I've never fallen that hard, that like fall. I guess I don't know.
That high.
That high before.
Yeah.
And I landed, and I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. I was terrified, but I'm personally scared of heights, so this wasn't like the best match for me personally. But we made it happen.
And they did a hell of a good job in that match. It was awesome. So. And
my back will never be the same.
I think that's one thing I love about Impact, because like I've heard stories about other places where you get a script and this is what you're gonna say and this is how you're gonna say it and this is what you're gonna do and this is how you're gonna do it. And it's not like that in Impact, at least not for us, because we're kind of like the higher up in the card.
And then if you say you don't want to do it, or you pick something else, you're seen as problematic.
Yeah, and the Impact, if you say you don't want to do something, you rather do it a certain way or a different way, there's no heat. because they know you know your character the best. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me that's the best part about me staying in Impact.
I'm enjoying these refreshing stories now in professional. I'm obviously talking across the board. There were so many negative stories for such a long time, and there was just this switch recently. As someone who covers the business, I'm like, I like this. This is refreshing.